Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Zoo. Check this. Look how much money we're making. So since our last episode, we have added a few bits in, which I'm going to show you now. I've always wanted to expand this area with food courts and shops. So for now, we've added a souvenir shop, which is making good profit. And we've also extended this bit here to include more benches and turn this into a picnic area. Just a chilled hangout area for people to relax, eat, and take a bit of a break from going around visiting all the habitats. I think I'm quite pleased with this. Added a couple of statues, and I don't see anyone using these yet, but hopefully people can take advantage of the benches. And let's go this way, where we built the tunnel towards the hippo habitat. So as you can see, there's a archway I've included just to make it look slightly nicer than before, because all we had was a hill with a hole essentially. Look at these guys. They seem to be having fun, I'm sure. So we head down the tunnel and come through to the hippo habitat, where on the left here we've added a few more staff facilities, a couple of food places, toilet blocks. Like I said, I'll continue adding bits and bobs here. Maybe an education area with seating and more shops and benches. But look, we had a problem with hippos in the last episode where there was not enough space. And what I've done is extended the habitat further along that way. Look at this. I think it looks nicer because the bridge now goes through the habitat instead of sort of round the edge of the habitat where it was before. So you had all the walls or fences along here, but I've extended it further down, so the bridge kind of cuts through the habitat, which I think it's definitely better than before. And our hippos seem to be enjoying it, which is always a bonus. Look at these guys. They're having a good time. Welfare is 92% now. Habitat. Yeah. I mean, we just need to work on cleanliness a little bit. I think that could be due to the water and terrain a little bit. But overall, I'm pleased. Look at these guys just chilling. I do want to include a male in this habitat because we've got 2 females at the minute. But all in good time. I just love this area as well because you've got a little bit of shallowness around before the water gets deep. And then we'll continue on this way back into the main bit of the park where we meet our flamingos again. And let's just check them quickly to see how they're doing. Yep, 98% welfare. Can't get better than this. Love these guys. They seem to be enjoying themselves as well. So we have the flamingo habitat, and then we carry on this way. And I want to show you, we've got a baby. It appears have had a baby, and where is he? Oh, there he is. Hello, little guy. Look at him. He's definitely well fed. Look at all the poops. Oh, off he goes. Isn't he cute? See, now I find tapir babies a lot more prettier, I guess, than the adults because they have these stripes, and you can also see the hair. So they definitely look a lot more cuter than the adults. The adults have almost no stripes and short hair. This guy is having the time of his life. So yeah, I am pleased so far with how the zoo's going. Our habitats are doing well. Well, our animals are doing well. And for this episode, I was thinking we want to expand. I'm just having a quick look over here because I can't stop looking at our zoo because we've done well. I'm quite proud of that. Oh yeah, forgot the peafowls. Look, peafowls are thriving as well, and they've had a few babies. So the welfare overall is 93%. Habitat, okay, there's too many plants. It's purely because I've used these hedges as fences, so it sort of counts as plants in the habitat. But overall, I mean, the guys are doing well, so I'm not too fussed about that. Look at these little peafowls. There's 5 of them, I think. I wonder if any others would be white. This guy's white. Is that a male or a female? This is a male. I'm not sure whether they'll come out mixed or white, because these two are definitely... Is she pregnant? Okay, this one's a male as well, so I wonder whose babies they are. I'm hoping for a couple of whites in there, and I'm hoping for a couple of blue or green ones. So these are peafowls. They're doing well as well. So for this episode, we want to expand further along, and yeah, one thing I forgot to show you is this. We have worked on an entrance for our African theme, or African area. It's not the best, I must admit, but it's something. It's I might continue adding to this, but for now I think it serves the purpose. And oh look, surprise surprise, it's raining again. Brilliant. Yeah, the plan is to extend this area or continue going down this way. And I want to get giraffes. I mean, wouldn't that be amazing? As soon as you enter the African world, you see huge, tall giraffes sort of just hanging around here. Or maybe here. Shall we do it? I think so. I do want to work on the terrain a little bit. And maybe do desert. What can we use for desert? We can use sand, we can use coarse sand, and we could use fine sand. I think fine sand might look nice as well. Let's see, I really want it to stop raining. I don't know why. It's just continuously, it's just non-stop. And we're not even playing on tropical map. I think this is temperate, right? Anyway. Yeah, so let's just do some work here whilst it's raining to turn this area into sand. Perfect. So now it's stopped raining. Finally, we can admire our sandy dunes for now. They kind of look. I mean, when I cover these hills in sand on this side, they do kind of look like sand dunes, which is very cool. Okay, and do a bit around here. I do want to extend this path out a little bit more. I think it can carry on in that direction, or maybe sort of this way slightly. Yeah. And a few stairs maybe here. If I change that to 6, I think that would be better. Oh, I do want to reduce the length because otherwise it comes out all funny. Shall I do a slope or stairs? I think stairs. It has added a funny angle here, but it doesn't matter. Let's do the same here. And the stairs again. Okay, that's good. So if you come through the tunnel, you can either carry on straight and that will be further along. We'll think of something, but you can literally just come downstairs, and if you do a giraffe habitat here, this would make sense then, because people would have the opportunity to look at them from the top here, from on the bridge, and also go down up close. Right. Okay. How are we going to do this? I was thinking, include these hills in the habitat as part of the giraffe habitat. I just don't want them. We could potentially block them with trees or rocks, maybe. I don't want them climbing the hill and escaping. But it would be cool to include this as part of the giraffe habitat. So if I extend this path out a little bit more, maybe go around this way, and then this could be the area for the giraffes. Look at what we've got to play with in terms of barriers. I do want high fences for this because we don't want to mess around. Let's have a look at if we've got any giraffes at the minute to buy. Where are you? Reticulated giraffes. Okay, we haven't got any to buy. Can we just do a bit of research, maybe? Find out what you guys are into. Reticulated giraffes. There we go. Oh, right. Okay, so these are also known as Somali giraffe or giraffe. Not going to attempt to pronounce that. Right. Yep. Okay, so they can share the plains with... giraffe will be enriched by sharing their habitat with these animals. Do we do a safari? Ooh. We could add zebras and all sorts in there. Okay, let's see. Let's figure out what they want first. Okay, so they want they want quite a bit of space, and they want grade 3 fences 2 meters high, I'm guessing. Let's start, and we can always make a few adjustments if we need to. Yeah, I think we're going to keep the boundary here. Yeah, let's do fences, like mesh. Do we want electric, chain link, corrugated? No, let's do I think steel mesh, right? Electric is a bit of an overkill for giraffe habitat. Chain link. Let's see what this looks like first, and then we can play around with it. I think this looks cool. What about chain link? No, it's giving me the same. I want chain link. Yeah, I think I like steel mesh better. Yeah, definitely like steel mesh better, so let's carry on with this. Change that to curved. And I want to make a fairly big one, because they do need a lot of land. We might add zebras in there or other safari animals. So the plan is to include the hills as part of the habitat. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but let's have a go anyway. If I do our infamous null barriers, does that do the trick? Let's find out. Because that would look really cool, I reckon, because you won't be able to see, or you shouldn't be able to see them, see any fences if we do them through the hills. I definitely now need normal fence. I think I'll do it from here. Just there. There we go. Increase the length. Hopefully it should work. More sand. More sand. I think the giraffes probably might not want sand in their habitat, or at least not this much sand. But we can always sort that out afterwards. Let's see what coarse sand looks like. Okay. Yep. Slightly darker. Slightly on the darker side. Bit here. Okay. Now we want to what we want to do is cover up these null barriers, just so that the giraffes don't end up on the hill and escaping. I think what we'll do is maybe add rocks. That's the safest bet, in my opinion. What's this? African nature scene. Ooh. Can we add this? We can play around with this. For sure. Right, let's do rocks first. And I think we need huge ones. Yeah, red rocks. Let's filter it to Africa. And we need those red ones. Big red rocks here. Just don't want these guys escaping, because that would be bad. So I'm going to try doing these all the way around and play around with it just to make it look nicer. Right, I think that should do it. To be honest, I say this, and then when I add giraffes in and they start running wild, left, right, centre. But I think it should be okay. If not, we'll have to tweak it, as ever. But for now, I think let's test it out with the giraffes inside to see if it's worked. The only thing is, though, I don't think we have giraffes yet in the animal market. That's the only problem. I really want giraffes right now, but we can't really do anything until we find some. Can we check if we've got zebras? Have we got any zebras? Maybe some springboks. Springboks, can giraffes share their habitat with springboks? Let's have a look again. I know that they can definitely... Okay, so yeah, they can. Springboks and sable antelopes. That might be interesting. And then you've got plain zebras as well. I think giraffes and zebras would look amazing in that. The only issue is, have we got enough space? If I added maybe 2 giraffes or 3 pushing it, and then 4 zebras, would that work? I want to know first if we've got any zebras to start off with. We don't have any giraffes, which is a shame. Let's have a look at zebras. Okay, it's not just going to be straightforward, is it? It's going to be something... Yeah, there we go. Plain zebra. Okay, all right. We do have 3. We've got some albino ones. That's crazy. Right. Zupedia. How many can we have? Okay. Right, we can have 3 to 6. We can have up to 1 male and up to 5 females. So if I get 1 male and 3 females for now, and then we can add giraffes afterwards. Let's see. Oh, we've got we've got giraffes now. Yes. Okay, I've got to be very quick with this, because so we can have up to 4 males and up to 8 females. So let's have... Okay, so what I'm gonna have 2. I'm gonna have male and a female for now. Male and a female. Right. We've got a male 7 point. So I can use these conservation points. Why not? So let's have a youngish male. Adopt him, and then a female. let's go for the nicer one. Slightly more, but she's younger as well. Yeah, let's have a male and a female. Okay, perfect. And let's have zebras. So let's have one male and two females. Do we have any? No, we don't have any males. So I think for now we might just need to have female. Can we get an albino? I don't think they are. Can they have babies? I'm not too sure, but they are quite old. These are quite old albinos. Let's have one for just for the aesthetics, I guess. 28, 20.3. So let's get her. And then let's just get a standard one. I think I'm going to go for the youngest. So that's 10.7 years. 8.8. Yeah, I think that's the youngest. Let's adopt them as well. Wow, okay. I think we've done well. That was crazy. It was a race against time to grab them. Let's send to... Oh, we made a rookie error. We haven't got a habitat gate yet. Shall we do one here, from here? Just to tuck it under the bridge so it's not an eyesore. We don't need a massive gate, do we? Let's just go with the standard metal habitat gate. This should do it. And definitely a path for the staff. Oh, obstructed by what? Yeah, this is the only thing, right? Get rid of that. Because we have a bridge on top of us, we can't do it. Let's delete it. That's a shame. And try again. Right, I think that will do. I can't really put the gate anywhere around here because of the bridge. So I think that'll do. It's not too bad, I don't think. But one thing I forgot, I didn't include water or a lake for our giraffes and zebras. So what I'll do, we may end up needing more space after this, so let's do a little lake here, right in the middle. Something like this. Nothing too massive. Let's smooth out the edges. Can I use selected? Can I use, yeah. Okay, smooth this out. No, I want sand. I don't understand why I can't use sand. Okay, never mind. I'll change it afterwards. It's always a funny game sometimes. Smooth all of the edges out. I don't want the water to be too deep. I want it to be just enough to act as a lake. Although this might need to go down a bit more. Yeah, Right, can we add water now? Yeah, we should be able to. So let's just change that again to sand. We may end up doing this thing all over again because of the requirements for giraffes and zebras. I don't think they just want all sandy area. I think they'd want a bit of grass as well and some rocks. But we'll find out once we start adding them. But let's add rough water. Yeah, that's perfect. So I wanted it shallow so you could see the edges here, which looks perfect. And we can always add a few plants around depending on what our animals need. Okay, let's add our giraffes and zebras. Where are they? There's one. There's Akinlana, the male giraffe. Where are the others? Where are they? There we go, storage. Okay, so add them all at once, I'd say. So we had 2 giraffes and 2 zebras for now. Here goes nothing. Right. Let's see if they like the habitat or not. The only thing is the keeper hut's quite far, so they'll be coming around from here. I think I saw someone running. Yeah, this guy. Has he gone to get them? We'll see in a bit. So I do like the break. Look at that. Look, the break in the areas. So this is perfectly. If you look at the hills from this side, they're perfectly green and normal. And then once you enter the African theme, you can see us entering into a desert. And when you look at the hills from this angle, they're like sand dunes. Maybe a bit more sand here on top, but yeah, they look like sand dunes, which is a nice little illusion that nice little illusion that I was going for. Okay, they're on their way. I can see. So I'm just going to carry on doing these bits. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, our zebras are in. Oh, look at that. How amazing. Right, so their welfare is good, but they need a few adjustments with the terrain. Plants, right, they're happy with the plants, so I'm surprised at that. I thought they'd probably want more or less these zebras. See, it kind of gives us that safari feel, doesn't it? Right, I'm going to make a few adjustments to the habitat to include the enrichment and sort out the terrain for the giraffes, and I'll do the same for the zebras as well. check these guys out. Absolutely loving their new habitat. And look at that zebra. Just wanted to be in the camera shot, didn't he? Are they going to make babies? Oh. Yes, they are. Look at that. I mean, isn't that amazing? I think we're finally done with our habitat now. I've added some enrichments and a couple of toys for zebras and giraffes so they can have something to play with. I'm definitely not finished with this, so I don't think I'm done with this, because I do want to extend this into a fully fledged safari. Maybe extend this further that way and include more animals like antelopes and buffaloes, etc., and maybe have a transport ride, a adventure tour, I think it's called. If I just go in there quickly, yeah, something like this, an adventure tour track going through the safari. So this will be quite vast, in my opinion, further down the line anyway, and I think that would look incredible. I think this could just be our safari area, just a vast savannah stretched out, and we will definitely then include elephants and lions and all sorts. It's just a shame that this rain is never ending, because it kind of breaks away the immersion of what I'm going for. I'm going for a desert-like environment, sort of like an African theme, but the rain is ruining that for the moment. But anyhow, I have added a couple of shops here as well, in the style of an African hut, with toilet blocks. And check this out, a tiny African village with some benches, a bit of a seating area for people to hang out in. Isn't that cool? I can't really build anything inside these huts. I think they're just there for decoration, but it definitely looks cool, and it's sort of like a hidden rest area, which we could do more with. We can maybe add more African villages dotted around for seating areas or hangout zones, and maybe a few shops as well. But the possibilities are endless with this area now, and I'm quite pleased with what we've achieved so far. I may, whilst we're here, add a few rocks around the lake, because it looks a bit vanilla or generic, so to speak. Let's have a look at what we've got to play with. I think definitely desert rocks. I think so far they're my favourite for this sort of theme. So let's park these here. Maybe on the deeper side, maybe around here. This rain, honestly. How do you stop rain? A few smaller ones. This. And a couple on this side as well. I love playing around with these rocks and just sort of adding a bit of interesting spots around the habitats. There's so much you can do with it. You know, you can choose different angles. I'm kind of using as you've noticed, the same rock. It's just using the angles and changing the height a little bit to add a bit of character, I guess. So look at this now. It just makes it so much more interesting. I do want to add a tree, but I love this one. I want to add this here somewhere. I think definitely on this side. I think these trees are my favorite, especially for the look that I'm going for. Wow, okay, perfect. And maybe a few plants. What can we add? Just something around the lake. Some reeds maybe. Do we have reeds? What are these? Arrowwood bush. No. Something like reeds I think would be better. Oh, look at this. A different kind of baobab tree. A baobab tree. Let's have a smaller one here. Why not? They look so cool. Just by the lake. And hopefully the giraffes can eat them too. Oh, there's a tall one. Do we add one here? I think so. Perfect. Now it's looking a lot more interesting. What are these? Okay. Can we add a few on this side maybe? Bits of broken tree, I'm guessing. Yeah. Definitely looks a lot better than what it was before. I think I need some reed type things like this. Yeah, that should work. Maybe bring it down a little bit because they're quite big. Partially in the water as well. Some just here. Perfect. So just by tweaking a few things here and there, your habitats can look amazing. It's just a little bit of attention to detail. And you can do so much in this game. You can go crazy, to be fair. Let's add a few here. And I'll add some around the rocks as well. Look at that. Yeah, I could carry on doing this all day, to be honest. We'll definitely do the carry on working on this because, like I said, I do want to expand this area further to include more animals and almost turn it into a safari. We'll do a track going through, and I think it would look brilliant. I am really excited for this area. So let's go back to our main area of the zoo. Ooh, this is disgusting. Okay. I think maybe we can add a bin here. We've got quite a lot of litter building up. Maybe add an African theme one just around here. So let's head out to our main zoo area. See, we've added a bit of mist and some music here as people are entering the African section, just to add to that sense of mystery and, you know, a sense of entering something magical. It breaks away from the main park, and you can really feel it when you go through the tunnel, like you're entering a completely new area, almost like magic. And that's what I'm going for. I want the guests to feel that they've been transported into a different world altogether. So yeah, I think the mist looks really cool, and the music adds to it. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, it's supposed to be playing an African playlist anyway. But yeah, we're heading back to our main zoo, or main part of the zoo, and things are looking good, I think. Let's quickly check out any things we need to be aware of. So we've got a couple of solar panels that they're not working. I'm sure a mechanic's on his way. Yeah, I've signed that. Urgent. And we've got high amounts of litter. I think that will be fixed shortly if I... yeah, I'm going to hire more staff, more cleaners to solve that one. I've got rewards. Oh, reduce crimes. Have no crime for 3 months. Brilliant. We've only got one security guard, so I'm quite impressed with that. He's doing a great job. Maybe we can give him a pay rise, because he's doing an absolute fantastic job. Or maybe we just got lucky, who knows. But yeah, one security guard in this massive park is, and no crime as well, is a massive achievement. So well done, security guy, wherever you are. Awesome. What else can we do? Our hippos are looking great over there. Yep, 93% welfare. Our flamingos over here are thriving. 99% welfare. Almost there. And our peafowls, they're doing good. Yep, 93%. And then what about tapirs? These guys. Where are you? There's one chilling in the box. Why are you not out of the box yet? Okay. Mr. Vet's taking his time. Where's the baby? Okay, this is Mrs. Tapir. There's an outsider. What? Outsider. Overpopulation. Who's this outsider? What? The baby's considered an outsider? Come on now. Where's the baby? Is he hiding? Hello? Are you the baby? I think the baby got stuck. And he's been moved. I can't find the baby. I don't know where he is. Doesn't help the fact that it's dark as well, and they do camouflage well. So for the minute, we've just got Mrs. Female, Mrs. Tapir, just hanging out all by herself. We're missing the dad and we're missing the baby. I'm sure they'll come back at some point. Yeah, so definitely happy with what we've achieved so far. This bit's looking really cool. I may add, whilst we're here, let's just add a few lights onto the other section. I forgot to do that. It looks pretty dark. We definitely need lights here. Let's do one here. Do one there. One here. As soon as I start putting lights in, it's the sun's coming out. Brilliant. Yeah, maybe add one here. Might add it in the bushes here, in the plants, and one next to the deer. Change the angles a little bit. I don't like my lights to be too uniform. You know, when they're facing the same direction. I think that's looks a bit dull. I do like to have different shapes and angles going, just to make it a little bit more interesting. Cool. I think that's plenty lights for now. We can always add more later on. But yeah, I am so proud of what we've achieved so far, and I hope you guys are really enjoying the series. It's a lot of fun playing it. When you're playing and doing all these bits and bobs, and I hope that watching it is equally fun as well. Definitely impressed with this area. I can't get over it. Look at the poo though. Damn, I need to get cleaners. I need to definitely hire more staff to get rid of this problem, and all this rubbish as well. These guests are savages. I mean, they don't look for a bin. I shouldn't have to have a bin every minute. But what can we do? It's just the way they are, I guess. Let's put one on the edge there. Can I get it perfectly? No, let's just do it. Let's just put one there. And put one there as well. Right, there we go. That should do it. Our giraffes are looking majestic from this angle. Amazing. Right, I think this is it for this episode. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to the next one, where we can expand our safari and include more animals. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me, and I'm going to continue this series until we've turned this zoo into something amazing, and I want to get as many animals in as I can. But yeah, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.